I'm going to lose my mind this workout. Misha's going to be freaking out the entire workout. So we'll get to play with that. Let me know in the comments if you can even hear Misha freaking out from her surgery. Okay, let's get our workout started. I'm going to set my timer here. And we're going to get doing a push-pull style workout. So chest and back, I'm modifying it. Everything's going to be done with the bands and assisted devices related to the bands. So that's the whole goal for 2026. Every kind of workout I do is going to be integrated with our bands. So you can get yourself a set of bands, or if you already have a set, this is going to be for you. Now, with that being said, before I get into the workout, I actually have something I wanted to try. So I have two things that were sent to me. That one I made a video on already, and one I literally just unboxed. So I have my Pina Colada Sea Moss Lemonade. This is with electrolytes. So this whole bottle is 18 calories. It's got 3 grams of sugar, nothing crazy. It's got magnesium, 44 milligrams, 10% of our total intake, 10% from potassium for our total intake for the day, 479 milligrams. Point of me saying all this, I wanted to try this as a mix with the green matcha that just spilled everywhere. Oh no. So I've actually had different variations of the True Sea Moss, and they sent me another flavor. This is the coconut lemonade, or I'm sorry, coconut pineapple. So I'm going to literally just splash a little bit of the matcha from on top. Now with matcha traditionally, and Carrie can probably speak to this more than I could, usually we're drinking it like, as I think of it, as a substitute for like coffee, or you can do it as like a latte. Now my hands are all green, gross. But I wanted to just try this to give me a little bit of energy, because it does have some caffeine in here, as it makes a powdered mess. So yeah, when you guys use this, make sure it's going to make it, let's look at it, just, I believe it's like 50 milligrams per serving of caffeine. So I'm actually going to try this so you can kind of see. This is the Emerald, the organic matcha. This is, again, USDA organic stamp of approval. True Sea Moss, I've had before. It's really good. This is actually not bad. So this, I think, is a really good, like, Misha losing. Intro. I'm just gonna work out. We're just gonna work out. Okay. I was just getting a workout.
Bad in our house. You just let it, the hot dog food.
Still matcha. Hey, Bob.
You have to. That's what I had. Yeah. If I take her out of the crate, she's on with me.
Hello, everyone. Good over here. Probably with Misha going crazy, gonna switch to the back room because it's just too much. We got one more minute, and then we'll slide everything down. What is up, y'all? I see you guys in the chat. I'm gonna come over and just check the chat here in a minute. Again, we're getting a push-pull workout, so we're doing chest and back. And then while I'm doing this, I actually mixed up a little pre-workout combo, or really it's an intra-workout drink. It's a electrolyte blend with a little bit of matcha. Killing me, Mish. Killing me. This is actually really good. I'm not gonna lie. Got like 20 more seconds, then we'll slide it on back.
Because I don't want to deal with having. You walk in here? Pretty much. You could be trouble when you walk.
2 and bam. All right. I think I'm just gonna slide to your point back here.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. All right, y'all, come on back. Come on back. So I'm just trying to set it up back here. So we're gonna get our workout in, but I'm just gonna change the angle a little bit. Between our dog going crazy and some volunteer, we very much appreciate. I think just our dog's gonna lose her mind. Misha Beecher's going bananas. Here. Oh Jesus. And also, what's going on YouTube? I see you. I'm doing good. Also, extremely overstimulated right now. And then, can you take? All right. Let's get set up. So the first thing we're going to do is, again, our first push pull. You know what? I think we might have to pivot on this one. We'll see, though. Let me know how the audio sounds, everybody. I'm going to probably have to pivot, though, because Misha is going to be losing her mind this entire live stream, and I didn't really account for that or factor for that. I'm just going to be overstimulated. But if this adds value for you guys from a workout perspective, let me know. I'll keep it running. We'll keep this rocking. Let's pull up our workout. We'll just take it piece by piece. Okay, chest and back. Here we are. So we're starting with, for our first superset, we're going to do a push-up. So yeah, let's just, you know what we'll do? This is calling for a push superset. So we're going to do a flat bench press supersetted with a push-up variation. So I'll set that up for easier of these things to set up. So we're getting kind of situated. I don't even know. This wasn't really my plan. But we're going to make it happen. We're going to make this. On this over here, actually. Do this right here. Okay, I got the idea. Here's what we got. Y'all come check this out. Dude. The word. Hey, how's it going, dude? What's going on, boxing? How we doing? I am already extremely overstimulated because our dog is losing her mind. So I'm going to take this down. All right, we're going to just close this door as much as I possibly can. So let's get ourselves situated. We're going to move this. And so again, we're going for our push and pull. As I'm in the kids' room, we had to pivot completely. Dude, right? You hear that dog. She's losing. She just had surgery on a broken leg. So she's just have to be in her crate to let her heal. And she just can't take it. So we're just trying to pivot as best we can. But now I've just literally killed like 10 minutes moving my entire setup. And I only have another 30-ish minutes before the workout has to end. And then I was reading your bio. Are you a fighter? I'm actually a retired fighter now. But yes, I had a career in fighting. Specifically, my specialty was Muay Thai. That's where I had my professional career. And now I'm retired, running my coaching company and running health retreats. So with that being said, let's get set up with our press. So I'm going to be using a superset here. We're going to start with our black bands. Now, I'm going to be anchoring it a little bit differently because I'm not going to be using the door as an anchor just because of the setup. So I'm going to kind of loop this around. And we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So what I'm going to do is use my hand as an anchor, and we're going to use the opposite hand for the pressing. So I'm looping it around. Here's what you guys will see. So I'm going to kind of use, again, my thumb is the anchor. We're getting it around the back. And my hand's anchoring. So we kind of get another layer of pressing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it as a floor press variation. I might just end the live stream. This might just be too much for today. We may just have to pop back in tomorrow. I don't know. I'm already way overstimulated. You guys let me know with this audio. And then, oh, nice. I love hearing that you're into boxing for fun. Because you're a wrestler, I usually like boxing and wrestling with my friends. Nice. Yeah, I have a jiu-jitsu background as well. Really enjoy jiu-jitsu, but just made my career professionally fighting in Muay Thai. So, we have this floor press variation. And I'm going to do here, pressing, punch, So now notice at the bottom, all the slack comes out. So what I could to tighten this slack up is I could just grab at the handle, and I can actually take the clip off altogether. So that's one of the things I like to do. It's helpful about these is to take the slack out. I'm just literally going to take the handles off, and we will be able to basically just have both the bands. So it'll be about 50 pounds of resistance in each hand. I'm probably just going to start this way. And we're going to superset that. So now I have tension right away from the floor. Do this for 12 to 15. Oh, do I see Bob up in the Facebook? Who's there? All right, so we're going to superset that. And then, oh, hey, Janet, what's going on? We're not focused on the dog. Yeah, I mean, that's just the noise was too much for me. Also, what's going on? What's going on? I see you guys. Just do push-ups, my guy. Got you on the push-ups. Look, we're actually supersetting this bad boy. That's the whole point. So we're doing our nice little bars here to get a little bit of extra range of motion. No, I mean, I spar and I do that for fun, but no, there's like, I do feel the desire to fight every once in a while. So I miss the competition, but there's no real, like, I have no real interest, if I'm being honest, especially because I know what it takes to do it at the level I want to. So again, we're using our bars to get a little bit depth and range of motion. So we're supersetting the bands with our push-ups. Move forward just a little bit. The thing I love about using the bars is just getting added range of motion. Especially as I'm coming off rotator cuff and doing some PT. All right, so we're gonna take a minute rest. We're gonna superset that. So again, we got 1 minute back and forth. Take our clip off here. But then the cool thing is, again, why I love the band so much is it's easy to, again, stack them, adapt, adjust, add more or less resistance. The handles are great when we're using it as an anchor point. The drawback to using the handles though from the ground is just the amount of slack it'll give you. So again, it adds like 1 to 2 inches of slack, which is not exactly what I'm looking for right now. So I could always swap out the double bands for, probably going to just go up to my green band instead. Let's see what kind of questions we got here. Yeah, and again, for this, we're doing basically 4 rounds. We've got a minute rest in between, and we're looking to do 12 to 15 reps of our press, and then we're going to do 8 to 12 reps of our push-ups. I'm being a little bit more conservative with the push-ups because of actually nursing 2 rotator cuff injuries right now, working with a physical therapist, so trying to be mindful of how fast or how hard I progress. But we got less time. Just going to round number 2 again. Taking our bands, throwing it around, getting into our pressing set. So again, for the bands, we can always turn this, instead of a floor press, I can do a seated or standing press as well. So for this one, I'm actually going to do the seated variation, just to kind of show you guys. Again, I can have my legs crossed, I can have them out wide. Doesn't really matter as much. I can even do kneeling here as well. I can go from a kneeling perspective. We have all these different options. What I'm going to do is a seated one. And again, just focus on posture. Let me know how the angle looks, especially for our vertical one live. I want to make sure you guys can see. All right, so again, we're supersetting that, going immediately into our push-up set. Scooch these in just a little bit. And again, the cool thing with these, they're adjustable, so I can change the height if I wanted to get them higher, so I can get deeper into it. But for now, this is a great range of motion. 3, 4. The rest for a minute. Now, one thing I want to chat about really quickly is my drink. So what I was kind of talking about before my dog Misha kind of lost her mind was this little combo here that I've got. It's our Emerald matcha powder combined with the True Sea Moss. This is a pineapple coconut blend. Now, the cool thing, I like this for the intra workout mix because the True Sea Moss is only 18 calories. So it's got a little bit of energy, not going to really burn up more than what I'm actually burning on the workout itself. But the key here is getting some electrolytes in, getting magnesium and potassium. But to be honest, here's my 2 cents on the electrolytes. I'd like to see a little bit more on the sodium. They have 236 milligrams. It's got 44 milligrams of magnesium, 479 milligrams of potassium. I'd like to just play with those ratios a little bit per the individual. It's a good base though to get started. And I just added in a little bit of matcha for a little bit of energy here. And it's actually flavor-wise quite nice. I did about a teaspoon for the entire bottle. You can see it turned the whole thing green, but from a taste-wise, it doesn't absolutely kill the taste. It's actually really nice. And honestly, the pina colada flavor is on point. I've worked with this brand before. I really actually like the flavoring. And I like the no tremendous levels of sugar that are in it. It's got, I think, 3 grams, which is pretty nice. The only downside here that I want you to be mindful of, it's got 40 grams of sugar alcohol. So if you're not really about that sugar alcohol life, it's not going to be the move for you. If you don't care as much, like I'm not as worried about it, to be honest, based on just my own, like where my life's at, where I'm kind of focusing on. But what I will say is it's something to look at. We can talk about that in another live stream. I just wanted to kind of share my 2 cents on that product and give him a shout out. Thanks for sending that to me for this workout. With that being said, rest period's up. It's time to get into round number 3. And of course, Misha can hear me talking, my dog, and she's going to start howling. So the moment I start talking, she starts making noise. Again, Misha. So let's go from the front perspective now. You guys have seen kind of the side angle. So we're going to go from a front angle for this push. Okay, so the cool thing is, again, I can even go legs out straight if I want to. We can do it laying. We can do it standing. I just like the versatility using bands will provide. Again, we're going 12 to 15. The thing is, I can't even do anything. She got a broken leg. She can't go out anyway. So all she's going to do is try and jump on stuff, which she can't do. Misha, please, you're killing me. All right, now let's get our push-ups. And again, the cool thing with bands is even if I wanted to level up these push-ups, I can not only change the height to make them wide, deeper or longer, so I go even more range of motion, but I can put bands on my back as well to increase the resistance. I don't actually need this just because, again, I'm healing a rotator cuff injury. So I'm creating strength, but not trying to do too much. It's a cool option that you do totally have. Swear to God. It's round number 3 down. We got one more. I think. Oh my God. Stop. Yeah. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The reason why I'm even like keeping this live stream up is while it's pretty much the audio's shot and the lighting's not so great in this room, I set out an intention to continuously live stream Mondays and Tuesdays every single week. And then I might be moving something to Wednesdays. We'll see, because I'm not doing office hours on Sundays anymore. So my point of saying all this is building routine and consistency. This is probably a topic we're going to talk about, is how to transition after travel a little bit more. Because I talked about this in the last office hours, how after you travel and integrate, your dopamine and your motivation kind of drops and takes time to recalibrate. So I want to kind of piggyback on that. And to me, part of it is like getting back to a routine almost as quickly as possible. Misha, I swear to God. So that's why I'm keeping this live. That's why I'm keeping this live stream up, is to continue with the routine that I've created. Okay. Speaking of routine, keep the exercise routine going. We've got one more set on our push superset. So again, we're going 12 to 15 here. All right, let's superset that with our push-ups. Let's see. Like, I wonder, I would love to know what it's like to be a dog sometimes. Like, what is your experience? Is this working for you? Like, I know she's sad because she's in the crate. It's like, dude, it's not changing anything. You want to see the dog? Yeah. Misha will absolutely lose her mind if I bring that camera over there. And she has a broken leg right now, which is why she's in her crate. So I don't think that's the move for her. She'll absolutely lose her stuff, and it'll make her healing process even worse. So unfortunately, appreciate you guys, or you say you want to see the dog, but she'll literally get so riled up, she'll end up hurting herself more and taking longer to heal because she has a broken leg right now, even though she's already had surgery on it. They're told by the surgeon it's going to take time to heal. All right, so you guys can kind of see I'm literally in my kids' room right now because working out there is going to be even too much chaos. What we're going to do, I'm going to try and make this work as best I can. You should please, for the love of Jesus. All right, let me know how that audio sounds, y'all. I'm just kind of like repurposing. Well, I hope she. She goes, so yeah, recovering goes good for her. Yeah, I mean, overall, she's been doing good. It's just like, it's tough because all she wants to do is play, right? She wants to be with us, but she can't. So it's excruciating. And I feel for her. Like, I love my dog and I wish that she could come play, but it's actually just like the last thing she truly needs. It's going to make it worse for her. All right. So the one thing that's not pure band workout is we're going to complement with a pull-up set. So I have my pull-up set right here. And I'm going to do a band assisted pull up, and then we're going to superset that with a side of Misha crying. No, we're going to superset that with Misha freaking out. That's what we're going to do. So, yeah, we got our chin up, and then we're going to superset that with a close grip row. We're going to do a bent over row superset with our chin up variation. I'm going to again do a band assisted chin up because a combination of A, I can't do 12 to 15 chin ups right now, and B, my rotator cuff still healing. So I'm going to give it some support. And then I'm going to go out there and talk to my dog and just say, hey, Misha, it's okay. Let's get it. Misha, it's okay. Come here. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I swear. This dog. Hopefully I'll help her out a little bit. So what we're going to do is, again, I'm going to set up the band assisted component to this. And that's where we're going to leave it. So I'm going to wrap the band around. That's what's cool about having this style of pull-up bands is not only you can do your workout, but you can do pull-up assist as well. So what I like to do to set up for my chin-ups is, again, obviously I'm going to get my palms facing me, but I'm also going to have my knees relatively tucked. So I'm going to have my hips in flexion, and then we're going to pull. Again, we're going for 12 to 15. Two more. Now, again, we're supersetting this with a bent over row variation, but I see you in the chat. What we got? Oh, man. Keep pumping. You know. What's up, James? Dude, super overstimulated right now because my dog's just losing her mind. She just had surgery like 2.5 weeks ago for a broken leg, and rough goes for her. And I feel for her. It's also draining and overstimulating. Well, it feels good to be back home. How you doing? How's it going by you, James? Oh, what are you doing? Grab a little sippy sip, and then we're going to go into, again, our bent over row. And if you guys want to, feel free to ask questions, whether you'll be able to hear me. Do you do stretching or warm-ups? Yeah, I'll be honest with you, James. That's my least favorite part of working out. I think it's probably the most crucial. What I actually did for this workout, I ended up doing my warm-up. I did a full stretching PT protocol I got from my physical therapist right before the live stream because I wasn't going to have time to do it. And the time I have a lot, I have like 10 more minutes before I got to like finish up. But I have like a good 20 to 30 minute PT program for my shoulders and my hips right now, my thoracic and lumbar kind of region from my hips to my shoulders. It's awesome. Now, what I will say is in general, though, I do warm up and I do stretch, but I usually make it about like 5 or 10 minutes to be more time efficient. But what I've learned is take the time to warm up, cool down, and facilitate range of motion for your body. And then to recommend you shoulder stretch, you can also take it mini challenge too. Oh yeah, hit me with that shoulder stretch. I got you. I'm down. I'm always down for something. And again, I'm going into a bent over row variation using the bands, but let's just put all the bands together. I'm not going to do the handles. I'm literally just going to use the bands themselves. We're just rowing them up. Again, we're going 12 to 15. All right, we'll take a 1 minute rest. Round one down, we're going to do 4 rounds total. I'll pull down the instructions here in the chat later. All right, yeah, man, send it to me. So one of the cool things is like, I'll be honest, while I have, again, I'm a certified trainer, I have my CSCS, I have corrective exercise background. One thing I really spend time and resources on are continuing education. And also when I do have an injury or need to improve upon something, I always love turning to others to gain additional insights. It might be something you'll share that I just don't have. So I'm always down to review. Hit me with what you got. Show me what you got. Let's see if we got any other questions. All right, we got like, I think 20 more seconds here. Again, I gotta say, this True Sea Moss with the matcha, I really do like. As you could do it as a pre-workout because the matcha to give you some energy, but I actually like it as a intra workout to give me sustained energy, having a little bit of electrolytes, the fluid. Now, I'll be honest, I think it's what, 16 ounces? It's 12 ounces. This is not enough for an entire workout. I've also been drinking water prior to this. I have another water bottle. You're going to need more than 12 ounces during a workout, to be honest, but it's a good start. It doesn't have to be like super fancy or complicated. You don't even need all this stuff. You could literally just do like water, salt. You can make your own electrolytes as well, but I'm fortunate. Thank you to True Sea Moss. Thank you to Emerald for sending me out these products so I can give them a try and just share my honest insight. All right, with that being said, round 2. So now we'll do I'll go from the back perspective. So now you guys can see the back shot, just sort of range of motion. You saw the front. Let's check the back. Do the same thing. And while it does call for 12 to 15, I've also learned when I need to stop and cut it short, especially if I'm getting close to failure on the first progression. This is the first time I'm doing the chin up variation instead of the neutral grip, so I'm going to be a little bit more conservative. And simple, straightforward prayer position. Down, fingers interlock with palms on your back, not behind your head. Wait, hold on. We'll maintain specific position about 2 minutes only. So you're basically saying like doing this, or not letting my fingers basically touch my back, or some variation of like this. But again, see, I'm resting them on my back. We're saying basically have them come off. In general, I think that's great, especially for scapula, range of motion, activation. Honestly, where my rotator cuffs are at right now, I don't think I can actually do that. So I have to do a little bit of a regrab for that. Okay. Okay, I'm going to pull the slack out again, get into these. Get into this bent over row position. All right, so that's 15. Take a minute rest. All right, let's see what you got here, James. All right, so what I ran through the instructions too fast. Yeah, I wasn't reading all that in that period of time. Let's go back through it now that I got a rest period. Keep both of your hands. Praying position. Hands downward, interlock together. Palm close. Behind your back. Okay. Not behind your head. Make sure you don't rest your hands on your back. Keep a little distance or gap between them. Hold and maintain that specific. So you're saying like this. Right? Now that I actually slowed down and read the whole thing, does that look more like it? I kind of just, there's one thing you'll find maybe as someone with ADHD, for at least my experience of having it, I tend to rush through things and not take my time as much. It'll serve me in certain ways, maybe it doesn't serve me in others. It's actually funny. I feel like my daughter is similar in that sense. Yeah, make sure to keep your palms fully closed. Yeah, that actually feels like a great stretch, honestly. That's a great move. One thing I've been working on with my PT is just doing more scapular gliding, doing some kind of neuro flossing, and even just trying to enhance that range of motion. So that's actually totally a good one. I've been also playing with teacups. I'm sure you guys are familiar with the teacup variation, but being able to go with that just to lubricate the joint too feels really good. But cool. All right, I'm gonna add that one in. Thanks for the tip, James. Appreciate the insight. Are we ready to go? You go to try for 2 minutes. Ooh, at the end, maybe as a finisher, because I got 2 more rounds and I've talked through this, so I'm actually running out of time. I literally have like not even 5 more minutes where I got to jump into my next coaching call. So let's see if I can do this. I'll get the bent over row. I got one more set. Just slack out here. James, you ever mess around with bands? What you got? Also, James, you into working out? Do you do like rehab? What's your like stretching? What gets you into all that stuff? It sounds like you just got cardio done on a treadmill. Nice. I mean, like, what's your background? Are you just into working out? Are you a trainer? You into like martial arts? Because that's a great stretch. What got you into that stretch specifically? And like, I'm assuming you have some familiarity with exercise. I'm always curious, how do people get to where they're at? Let's move this. One more superset. Let's get it. Let's see. Have a coach trying to help me to keep up with my health. That's awesome. How'd you get into like working out and stuff? What if originally sparked that passion, as it were? What's your goal? I always love getting this insight from people. All right, let's go one more round. Yeah, my back is absolutely already cooked with that scapula. All right. One more superset here. Last round here, y'all. And that's going to do it. Time to jump into my next coaching call. Just trying to stay fit and healthy. That's awesome. Any goals or else for fitness there for you? I mean, honestly, no. The bigger goal I have is less of a goal. It's more of my word for the year is devotion. So being devoted to my own self, devoted to my family, to my health. But what I always work towards is just like having sustainability. So I guess the one goal I would have this year is doing all of this year, every single workout I do, a band integrated workout for my resistance training and showing how much lean body mass I can put on in 2026 with just using bands, not using really anything else. Maybe like pull-up bar, and that's pretty much it. The goal is to put on at least a positive number of lean body mass while lowering my body fat. So even if it's 1 pound of lean body mass put on throughout the entire year while lowering my body fat percentage, that's the whole intention. It's body recomposition, as it were. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, and thanks for jumping in. All right. Oh, what's up, Marina? Using the bands. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate the love. Yeah, we get to always integrate the bands and do all that positive work. With that being said, I'm going to catch my breath, take literally 2 minutes to freshen up, and then I got to jump on to my next coaching call here. So I'll be back tomorrow live streaming. Yeah, that was my last set. So I did 4 supersets push, 4 supersets pull. I'm going to do that 2-minute challenge probably at the end of today. If I'm being honest, I got to go jump into my coaching call. Or maybe I'll have to make a video. Yeah, I was going to say, I'll have to make a video of the stretch challenge and see how it goes. You know, or maybe I'll do it on my live stream tomorrow. We'll get that started. But all right, y'all, that being said, you know what? We've got 2 minutes. Ready? Let's just kind of keep that going. Let me start the clock. Let's see. Start the clock. We're at 43:45. We're going to go to 45:45. Nah, it's too late. We already got it going. I got just enough time before I got to jump on my call, hydrate, run to the bathroom. Yeah. So again, we're keeping that, doing this to what, 45:45, keeping that stretch challenge going. Right? Did I get the timing on that right? Yeah. 45:45. In the meantime, feel free to let me know if you guys got any questions in the chat, Marina. It's always great to see you. How's getting settled back home, by the way, Marina? How you feeling after the retreat? Fun fact, by the way, we had a great retreat, Joshua Tree, California. Try to keep your palms, oh yeah, fully close. Right. Fully close, don't let them touch. Gotcha. Keep those palms fully touched and engaged. So what, I'm curious, like, did your trainer turn you on to this challenge or something you saw online? How'd you first come across this, James? Let's see where we at. We got like 40 more seconds. 40 more seconds. And then it's time to jump into my next coaching call. 30 seconds, getting into the home stretch. I could feel it though, for sure. Yeah, coach, cool. James, how'd you find your coach? I'm always saying, someone that owns a coaching company. I always love how people find and get connected to their coach, so I can learn some strategies into how we scale our team. Got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bam. All right. Yeah, nice. Definitely feel that working. All right. I'm going to go jump onto my coaching call. James Shop, thanks for stopping by. Thank you, everybody. Marina, great to see you. Goddess, Faded, Toad, Apple user with the hilarity. Let's see. Janet, always love seeing you. Boxing, thank you. Waffle, what's up? JV, hello, everybody. Thanks for dropping by into the comments. Later, y'all.